Alright, let's see if this works here. Okay, so let's do the first one. So this is, we'll start with the multiplication because that's probably easier. So here we'll do the 19 over 100 times 1/3. So multiplication is nice and easy because all you need to do is multiply the numerator of the first one by the numerator of the second one. And you can just write that over here. So let me see how I insert an equation here. I need to put the fraction. Maybe I can just, let's see, here we go, fraction. There we go. So 19 times 1 is 19. And then for the denominator, you multiply the denominator of the first one, which is 100, by the denominator of the second one, which is 3, to get 300. And so then the only question is this simplified? So if you have 19 over 300, is there any factors of 19 that are also factors of 300? Well, 19 is a prime number, so the only divisors that it has are 1 and itself. And so if you have a prime number in the numerator, then the only thing you have to check to see if the denominator can be divided evenly by that numerator. So if 19 goes into 300 some number of times, then we would have a simplification, or we would be able to simplify it. So can 300 divide by 19? Nope. And you could check it with a calculator over here. So you could just see 300 divided by 19 equals, nope, that's a decimal. So it's not evenly divisible, so that's our final answer. So the final answer there is 19 over 300. So we could also do the second one, but maybe you could pause here and see if you want to try it yourself. And then after you give it a try, then we can do it here on this video. Okay, so go ahead and pause here. Alright, and if you want to try it, so we can try it now, so let's do 1 over 2 times 48 over 100 equals something over something else. Okay, so the way I would do this is I can see right away that this is not simplified, but I also see that I can cancel this 2 and this 48. Well, not exactly cancel, but I can actually take this 2 and change it to a 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this 48 by 2. So when I do that, I turn that into a 1, and I divide this by 2 to get 24. So you could do that way. You could also just simplify this fraction right here. So if you did the simplification of this fraction right here, you would divide. You'd see that this is an even number, this is an even number. So you would say 48 divided by, let's say 2, we can just go by 2 for now, is 24, and then 100 divided by 2 is 50. And then you would say, oh, well, actually 24 is even and 50 is even, so let's do it again. So 24 divided by 2 is 12, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. And then you'd say, well, are there any divisors now? And you'd say, well, if I look at the factors of 25, it's 1, 5, and 25. And 5 is not a factor of 12, and 25 obviously too big to be a factor of 12, so that's all set. So you could do that first, and then you could do this trick where you say, well, 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6, and then I get rid of the 2, because I've already handled the division, and so then my final answer would be 6 over 25. Or you could do it the long way, which is you could say 1 times 48 is 48, 2 times 100 is 200, and then you could do the division. So then you could say, well, these are both even, so let's divide by 2 up here, and so you divide by 2 up here, and so then you get 24. Divide by 2 down here, so you get 100. And you say, oh, they're both still even, so let's divide 24 by 12, or by 2, and you get 12. 100 by 2, and you get 50. Oh, and they're still even, so divide 12 by 2 and you get 6. Divide 50 by 2 and you get 25. And then we're back to the same number, so the final answer would be 6 over 25.